You've been entrusted by the Prime Minister to take charge over the rehabilitation of Thailand, in the aftermath of the floods. What's going to be your priority, in the immediate or short term here?
The short-term task of my committee, I think, is to ensure business community investor, both Thai and foreign investor, that this kind of disaster will not rehappen again next year, even if the rain will be as heavy as this year. In order to do that, I have to meet the business organization probably in Tokyo. I may have to fly to London to meet with insurance company and so on and so forth, and ask them what is needed to give the confidence to make them confident in our country.
How are you going to discuss with the insurance companies about the prospect of continuing to provide the services here to?
What I plan to do is ask them what kind of program that will make them confident that this kind of thing, this kind of damages will not rehappen again. For example, a lot of factories are located in industrial estate. That has been 7 industrial estate has been submerged under the water. After they reopen, what measures, what kind of measures, what kind of investment, more investment for preventive measures that is needed, the government will facilitate them both financially and technically.
I understand that the insurance coverage totaling is about 800 billion baht.
Yes.
And of that, the damage is about
30%.
About 30%, and the compensation is there won't be any problem with compensation.
At the moment, there's no problem. I have been following Ministry of Finance. I got the report that thing is quite normal.
How about the talks on the reinsurance with Lloyd Company in London? How it's going to?
Yeah, actually, Lloyd is the world biggest reinsurer. So the big company, the big factory, probably has to go to Lloyd. I will talk to Lloyd's executive and assure them that we will try our best. We will do everything that will make them happy, make them feel easy to
so that we can keep the premium at the same reasonable level.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That would be very much needed by our investors.
How about your trip to Japan later this month? What kind of message are you going to deliver to the Japanese investors there?
The message to Japanese investors is we will take great attention to what has happened in short term and long term, and we will take this opportunity. We would turn the crisis into opportunity. So we'll take this opportunity to upgrade our infrastructure, our management skill, our financial, both financial and technological standard, so that we'll move ahead. For example, Toyota has planned to expand the production in this country so that Thailand will be biggest automobile industry in the region. They will continue. I will ensure that they can continue their plan.
And Kunatakorn, today is the grand opening of East Asian Summit in Bali, right?
Yep.
And our reporter, Kun Vichitra Dwangdi, is now on location in Bali. Welcome to the program, Kun Vichitra.
Selamat datang and good greetings from Bali.
Good afternoon. How are you right now?
What's that?
How are you?
Hello?
Hello,
I'm
Kun
great, thank
Vijitra.
you. It's hot here.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Kun Vijitra, so let's start off our interview with you telling us the main agenda of today.
Sure. This morning, today is the very first day of the opening of the 19th Asean Summit. Although other related Asean Summit has already been convened since the 13th, but this morning, Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono had officially opened the Asean Summit. It was very unfortunate because, according to the agenda, they were open just to the media, but by the time we get to the door, they totally closed at the last minute. So we weren't able to get inside the hall, but most of the media has to film through the flat screens that they have around the media center. And there were all the heads of the states of all Asean countries present on the stage, and as well as our Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra was there too. And then they had photo session as well as doing the hand sign thing of ASEAN.
And Kun Vijitra, how was the opening ceremony this morning?
It went well. Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, he just gave a remark of what he was hoping to see within the ASEAN region and also achieve at this ASEAN Summit. And he was talking about how greatly sorry about the flood and the natural disasters that many ASEAN countries have to face this time of the year. And this is going to be in the agenda as well of this ASEAN Summit meeting, talking about the natural disasters.
Kun
And
Vijitra.
this morning with the yes?
So far, have you talked to anyone at the summit yet?
What was that?
Have you talked to anyone at the summit yet?
Yes, I did. I just came out of a meeting room with Dr. Piswan, the ASEAN Secretary General. Basically, we were asking him about this morning at the plenary session, which was not open to media. Basically, it was a session for all the head of states to talk, and we said that Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has raised the issue of natural disasters measures to the session. That she emphasized that all of ASEAN countries should collaborate in tackle this issue all together with the 10 nations. And basically this afternoon about 5 p.m., they're going to have a signing ceremony of ASEAN ministers and witnessed by ASEAN leaders. And what they're going to sign is the agreement of the establishment of the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance on Disaster Management, or also known as AHA, Center ASA. And it's going to be set by ASEAN foreign ministers. Basically what it is that it's going to be an agreement between 10 members to have this center. They're going to have this center every country in ASEAN, and the headquarters is going to be in Jakarta, Indonesia. And in every capital city of ASEAN nations will also have the center. They're going to monitor and basically will be a center to help out with the disaster crisis, basically. So they're going to sign the agreement today about 5 p.m. And once this agreement is signed, this is going to be effective immediately. And so far, they have sent about 7 people to monitor the situation of the flood crisis in Thailand, so that they can assess what they need to do in order to help.
And Kun Vijitra, what about tomorrow? What are the main agenda for ASEAN Plus 3 Summit?
Tomorrow is one of the really important days because tomorrow is going to be ASEAN Plus 3. They're going to be Japan Summit and Republic of Korea Summit, and as well as China and the China Commemorative Summit. So the ASEAN Plus 3 will be held tomorrow, and not only that, tomorrow is also going to be the United States of America leaders meeting, which President Obama will be attending as well. So tomorrow will be a day dedicated to the U.S. and the ASEAN Plus 3. Now, just to add on to what we talked with Dr. Duane, people were asking what he thinks about what the atmosphere was like, because during the ASEAN Summit back in May, there was still a problem between Thai-Cambodian border, correct? And so this morning, it went well, it went better because the problem along the border has gotten better. It's gotten more peaceful. So the atmosphere of the meeting is not the same as if it was former Prime Minister Apisit Patiwa. And so they were really welcoming Yingluck Shinawat at the session this morning.
Well, Kun Vichitra, thank you so much for your information and thank you for joining the program today.